A Supreme Court justice has just delivered a dire warning for the American people. And I believe if this particular warning is not heeded, then it could spell disaster for our United States Supreme Court. Now, before I get into the report, just a quick break. It's a new year and not much has changed. Houses are literally selling within a week. Interest rates are at zero and our government is still borrowing money. Sorry, I mean printing money. And that's $5 trillion of new money to be exact. What could possibly go wrong with that? Meanwhile, consumer confidence has hit an all-time 10-year low. Inflation has hit 6.8%, with parts of the United States getting as high as 8%. Something really isn't adding up here, and something deeper is going on. So what can you do, and how can you play it safe? The best way to do that is by putting some of your money into precious metals. This will safeguard your money from volatile markets, from inflation, and even let you rest soundly at night. This month, Noble Gold at noblegoldinvestments.com is giving away this 1/10 ounce gold coin. It's America the Beautiful coin, and it's an absolute keeper, but they are giving it away with any qualified IRA or 401k or plan that you start. And I want to encourage you to give them a call. They're no hassle, no pressure. It's not a call center or anything like that. They can answer those questions that you might have about retirement plans or anything like that. So give them a call at 1-877-646-5347. And if you want to check out their website, go to noblegoldinvestments.com. They've got additional information on that website. And if you want to get some information books on gold, silver, and precious metals on their site, you can click on there and you can complete this form to get a free gold guide that kind of talks you through the ins and outs of golds. And the good thing is they have fast shipping, the best prices around, 5-star reviews, no pressure sales, a great buyback program as well. So check it out at noblegoldinvestments.com or give them a call at the number below. And there's more information in the description box. With that, back to the broadcast. So just what is the Supreme Court Justice warning and who specifically issued it? Well, take a look at where I found the article on populistpress.com, and they have a great headline there. Supreme Court Justice delivers a dire warning. Now, in this article, they reference conservativebrief.com, this article, and its headline, Chief Justice Robert rips inappropriate political influence regarding the Supreme Court. The article goes on to state this, that Chief Justice John Robert used his annual year-end report to push back against what he sees as increasingly inappropriate political influence being used as an attempt to sway the Supreme Court to rule certain ways on high-profile cases. Now, what I want to do is take you directly to the horse's mouth, to Chief Justice John Roberts' annual year-end report, so you can see exactly what he stated here. And here is that article here, and it's found on supremecourt.gov. I'll leave the information in the description box below. And it's the 2021 year-end report on the federal judiciary. And here's what he says. Decisional independence is essential to due process, promoting impartial decision-making free from political or other extraneous influence. He goes on, the judiciary's power to manage its internal affairs insulates courts from inappropriate political influence and is crucial to preserving public trust in its work as a separate and co-equal branch of government. What he's saying right here is that there shouldn't be any kind of behavior where judges are politically influenced in any way, shape, or form in the position that they're in. And right now, we have a lot of this tension going on, especially with the Democratic Party saying, hey, if you vote a certain way against Roe versus Wade, or a certain way on abortion, or a certain way on the federal mandates, then we're going to pack the Supreme Court, which I'm going to show you evidence for that coming up in just a moment. But these are direct political influence to our Supreme Court of the United States of America. And he is warning us here that this political influence is impacting the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And if we allow such a thing to happen, that will completely destroy our judicial system. This is a major warning that should be heeded. And it's not the only warning that he gives.
He goes on to state this, and I want to show you this, and this is on page 3 of his report. And he says, beginning this past September, the Wall Street Journal published a series of articles stating that between 2010 and 2018, 131 federal judges participated in a total of 685 matters involving companies in which they or their family owned shares of stock. That was inconsistent with federal ethics statute, and they named the statute there, which requires that a judge recuse in any matter in which the judge knows of a personal financial interest, no matter how small. So there's 685 instances of judges getting involved where they shouldn't have been involved because they had some kind of share of stock or financial obligation in which they should have recused themselves, and they didn't. These things need to be looked into, and they need to be looked into immediately. And not just that, he also talks about inappropriate behavior, which I'm going to guess has to do with sexual harassment. And this is on page 4 at the very top, and it says the second topic is the continuing concern over inappropriate behavior in the judicial workplace. These are things that absolutely need to be looked into and addressed. And specifically, I think the most important one there is the fact of the political influence, and it's inappropriate to have any kind of political influence in our Supreme Court. And this has been ever so clear with the Biden administration, especially with this federal vaccine mandate and his workplace mandate and the business mandate, where he mandated on businesses over 100, where he managed to sway the Supreme Court yet again to take off the stay. But the truth of the matter is, back in April, Biden ordered a commission to study how Democrats can pack the Supreme Court. This is back in April. They're actually studying how to do this. Now, we haven't heard the end result as of yet, but this is absolutely something they've been talking about. So I'm going to take you back to his executive order there back in April. And here it is, whitehouse.gov, President Biden to sign executive order creating the Presidential Commission on the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And here's what it is. The commission's purpose is to provide an analysis of the principal arguments in the contemporary public debate for and against Supreme Court reform, aka packing the Supreme Court, including an appraisal of the merits and the legality of particular reform proposals. The topics it will examine include the genesis of the reform debate, aka packing the Supreme Court, the court's role in the constitutional system, the length of service and turnover of justices in the court, the membership and size of the court, and the court's case selection rules and practices. They want to expand the court system. They want to pack the court, and they want to take us from 9 all the way to 13. They've even talked about 15 at some point in time because they don't like the conservative majority at this time. So if we allow them to pack the court, we're talking about a nightmare such as we've never seen with the court system. They're absolutely talking about this. Here it is back in April, right around the time Biden published his commission. This is his commission on the Supreme Court. We have New York Post. Democrats unveiled their plan to pack the Supreme Court with 13 justices. That's back in April. Now, they didn't stop back in April. Let's fast forward to September. This is on Newsmax. The Democrats renew their call to pack the Supreme Court, and this is in September. On September 2nd, they started talking about it again. Here's AOC in September 2nd. Left-wing Democrat renewed their push to the Supreme Court after Texas abortion ruling. They didn't like the Texas abortion ruling, so they took back to Twitter and they started saying, pack the Supreme Court. AOC was one of those. Cori Bush was another. This is what far-right extremism looks like. For the span of 1 week, Supreme Court forced 11 million households to face eviction and effectively overturn Roe versus Wade in the middle of the night. We need to expand the court, she says. We also have Ed Markey here saying the same thing. We need to expand the Supreme Court, and he has legislation for it. Now let's fast forward to December of last year. Just a little while ago, we have redstate.com. Here we have Democrats continue their quest to pack the Supreme Court. They are all in on this. And here's Elizabeth Warren, and this is a warning published by Jonathan Turley. And he says this, destroying the court to save it. Warren calls for packing the Supreme Court with a liberal majority. This is ongoing. And you can see this is very recent, December 16th, 2021. So just as a couple of weeks ago, they intend to go full scale. Whether or not they will succeed is an entirely new story. But here's the crap show that will ensue if they do. If they do, what will happen if we get the majority the next time around? Well, then we're going to pack the court. We're going to do the same thing. And whoever is in power will always have the power of the court system. This is absolutely not the way that the United States of America is supposed to work. And liberals are subverting the Constitution by attempting to pack the court with 13 justices just in order that they can get every rule, law, legislation, and Orwellian dictate passed through. Imagine what that would look like in the COVID pandemic, and assuming, and I don't even know which way the Supreme Court's going to go with these mandates, and God forbid they go against the American people and against the Constitution and side with Biden administration because it is completely unconstitutional. What is happening? Could you imagine the state of the United States of America with a liberal court system that's put in place on purpose? This is akin to stuff that they would do in regimes that are tyrannical and all about control. Our court system is supposed to be the even voice, and they are completely playing political partisan. This is outrageous. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.